the amount of interest on $1 billion at one, just do the math yourself, man. It's like, oh, really? That much fucking money every fucking day? Like, yeah, that much money.
Basically, the problem is once you get to be at like 100 million, or once you get to be a certain level of a company, you either have to do dirty stuff to get further, or you have to just level off.
There's a lot.
Some companies do stop. Like In-N-Out keeps themselves small. In-N-Out could go global if they wanted to.
You guys have no idea how much international crime.
Like people, In-N-Out brings top burger trucks all over the world just to freaking. They could go global, but they don't because they know they can't do it right and do it that big, and that's the way it is. Like when Starbucks created what's that other?
Oh, Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf.
When they created Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf, they created it as a pretend competition.
And that allowed them to buy out all the Pete's. Remember Pete's, P-E-T-S, Coffee and Tea? Seen me lately? No, I haven't. They all got bought out.
Yeah, I mean that's why there's only Starbucks. They basically won the war by creating their own competition and stuff.
Oh, could you say the same thing here? Yeah.
Yeah. It's true. It's so crazy. They don't know. Well,
brand A and Brand B,
they're the same brand. Company. It's like Pepsi and Coca-Cola and Dr. Pepper. They're like Dr. Pepper is supposed to be first it was Coke. Coke was the king. Coke was the original. Then there's Pepsi. Oh, Pepsi's the rebel. Pepsi's the upstart, right? And then they got to be in this dichotomy. So then Dr. Pepper comes along, and Dr. Pepper's the true rebel. He doesn't buy into the system. But they're owned by maybe two companies, maybe three. Dr. Pepper's owned by the people who own Pepsi or some shit. It's like
and it's all crap.
It's all just marketing crap to make you buy something and like it when it tastes barely different from the competition. Dr. Pepper at least tastes different. I mean, genuinely. So, but the point is, it's all a game they play. They're with archetypes. We've got these archetypes we have from religions, and they turn it into soda pop. The God is Coca-Cola, the devil is fucking Pepsi, and then you've got your third choice. He's the true rebel. He's the one you should listen to. They do this all the time, back and forth, and and right in the middle. It's just a game they play with your mind, And you can't help it because they're programmed in there over generations and eons through religion. All these things they use in marketing. You know how many times they use the Garden of Eden story in marketing? Over and over and over, because it always works, because it always hits something in you. Even if you're an atheist, even if you're raised by atheists, you know enough about the world that it affects you. It's just kind of insidious, actually.
Yeah, they have to retell the old tales, whatever guys they can get. Everything old is new again.
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. Let's
Thank you, Asher. I appreciate
Let's
that.
listen to this sugar thing real quick.
Which one?
The one that's 5 minutes, almost 5 minutes long.
The national industry one is the national.
No, the one that's 4:48 minutes long. It should be there. Okay, never mind. Let me get it. Where's the thing? Do I have it?
She's just all hodgepodge today, guys.
I am. Okay.
Can you tell me what's the secret to sugar?
No, it's not that one. Where is it? Okay. Come on, Bing. I'll get it.
Well, let me turn that down because I'm sure that's an annoying sound for the viewers.
Yeah, boop, boop. Here we go. I just watched this thing, and I don't know why it's not on here.
Well, honey, don't just...
We'll watch the other one, then. That's fine. It doesn't matter. I mean, I just like the other one better, but that's okay.
We got our shit together today.
Yeah. Oh, this one, yeah. This is the one.
An alarming new report shows that the sugar industry sweetened the truth, suppressing the health risks of sugar.
Yes.
The Journal of the American Medical Association revealed that scientists were paid in the 1960s to play down the link between sugar and heart disease and instead make saturated fat the culprit. The research focuses on a 1967 article published in the New England Journal of Medicine, which concluded there was no doubt that reducing cholesterol and saturated fat was the only dietary intervention needed to prevent heart disease. Nutritionist and registered dietitian Carrie Glassman of Nutritionist Life is here with me now. Good to have you.
Thank you so much for having me, because believe me, I've been reading this for the past couple of days like, oh my God.
What did you think when you read this?
Well, we know that the research was not accurate, right? We know, I mean, many health professionals now know that fat is your friend and that eating dietary cholesterol doesn't increase your blood cholesterol, and that there's a big role for even some saturated fat in your diet, not just other healthy fats like monounsaturated fats. So most health professionals now, or many I should say, do understand the value of fat and that sugar is not okay. Even, it's not the fat-free time of, the 80s, or I remember when I was in college and everybody was, it's fat-free, it's just calories, it doesn't count, it doesn't matter. We now know, I always tell my clients I would much rather them have a handful of nuts with fat than, let's say, the same calories worth of pretzels, which is all sugar. So the research doesn't surprise me that the research was wrong, but as far as the way the research was funded, but not only funded, but manipulated.
Right, that's surprising.
That is so shocking. And
not to me, though. And that's true of so many things, guys. The tobacco industry.
Yeah.
My God, the whole thing with BPAs back in the day, you know what I mean? PCBs, what else they lie about? What's the other shit? Asbestos. You know what I mean? My God. They were lining playgrounds with that shit when I was a kid. Let's see, what else have they lied about? Consumer Affairs, FDA, basically a lot of stuff. Just in general, if someone has enough money and has enough pull, enough clout, and they employ enough people in a broad enough...
they can get away with stuff, you know?
Like, you really want me to shut down all these million stops across the country? Like, I guess not, screw it. You know what I mean? And so, they keep cranking out crap. Shit.
But the problem is that sugar is in your ketchup and in every single thing.
Refined corn syrup. Corn syrup, as bad as sugar is, and sugar is fucking horrible for you. It's literally between like opium and morphine.
They say it's basically a drug. It's seen almost like your sugar is actually a drug. What I do is I count my carbs.
I like the old, brown sugar.
And it keeps me from being too sickly, but with like...
a little natural sugar is not a bad thing.
Yeah, fruit and stuff is fine.
And the thing is, like, you wouldn't think of things that are traditionally, like Doritos. You know, the Doritos are sweet. They're salty. Ton of sugar in those things.
Yeah,
most snack foods that have any kind of a salty thing, they add that sugar because it makes that sugary sweet combination on your tongue. That's why you can't stop eating it.
Yeah, there's a whole science to making you not able to put food down, and you have to start eating, I never,
let me reiterate this with a big old capital N all the way through to the R, never eat fucking commercial tomato sauce. You know why? That shit is pure sugar.
Oh, yeah.
Pure sugar.
Oh, yeah.
Pure sugar.
It is.
You want to cook right, get tomato paste, which is still naturally kind of sugary. You know what I mean? But almost all of it, ragu, whatever on down the line, man, is sugar. It's sugar sauce. That's all that shit is, sugar sauce.
Everything's got so much sugar.
It's tomato paste,
that's why everyone's teeth get bad. And here's the thing about...
The thing is, I'm Italian, man. Like, my grandma's Sicilian. You know what I mean? And whenever we eat, I hated tomato sauce. I can't stand the shit. You know what I mean? Now, my Nana's on her spaghetti sauce. I also didn't really like, but for us, she made meatballs, and we all figured out the difference fairly early on. I don't like sauce. I never had something in my palate. It tastes too sugary. I love tomato paste, fried, baked, added in tomato paste into a sauce. I can eat all day long. But if it's the real actual sauce, it makes me gag, makes my mouth itch. You know what I mean? And it's so sugary. That's why.
It's just it's very sugary. It's like it does a lot of stuff to you. No, that's not true at all. I'm sorry, but sugar is actually considered a poison now. It actually causes it causes you wrinkles.
What sugar?
Wait, let me say. Sugars merge with your collagen, and they break your collagen down in your face and all over your body and cause you wrinkles. Sugars get into your tendons, which are also collagen, and they break down your tendons and cause you terrible joint pain. Sugars cause you insulin resistance, which causes you to gain weight, which causes you even more disease. Sugars are not good for you. Natural sugars like fruit are okay. Not giant glasses of orange juice are horrible. Horrible, because it's nothing but, partly because it's nothing but sugar, but partly because most orange juice sits in a vat for about a year somewhere in the Midwest. I know you didn't know that. I learned that recently.
Orange tree and squeeze it and it tastes totally
fresh orange juice is something different.
All your orange juice, every little gallon, all that shit, like she said, they put it in a container that shits for a year.
It's so sad. I had no idea about all this stuff.
And then they dump all these other chemicals into it, make it smell and taste all sweet and appetizing and taste again. Put it on a big-ass flatbed truck on a fucking cargo container like they ship oil in.
Yeah, literally, sugar is what causes the fat to stick to your arteries inside of your body and gives you heart disease.
Natural sugar,
it's sugar with fat that's the worst.
Absolutely.
Sugar and fat together are the worst. If you eat, like I said, natural sugars, natural fruits, things like that's fine. You want to, if you have any kind of diabetes in your family, diabetes type 2 in your family, type 1, if you have both, if you have noticed carbs bother you in any way, go low carb because your body's just, that's just better for you. That's what I found for myself. But that's not true of everybody, but you always need a good, healthy amount of food, that's all, Just don't overindulge in sugar. And actually, if you get a little fat, you won't want sugar as much either. You'll be like, I don't need to eat as much food. I'm actually fully satisfied.
If you can do it, if you're healthy, if your heart's right, everything else, I recommend intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
Try and eat a decent meal, wait about 6 hours, eat, and if you can, try to go 18 hours. You know what I mean? Or as close to as you can.
Cooked on the lack of sugars or diet? I don't understand what you're saying.
She's saying that people are becoming convinced to become less sugar-free, becoming hypoglycemic or diabetic over. Well,
that's
honestly,
not
Rebecca,
really possible.
Hypoglycemia is very rarely a problem for people who actually have a decent diet. It tends to be something else. And again, tends to be diabetic or pancreas. But listen, man, everyone's pancreas is getting beat up out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Seriously. I can tell you another thing about it
it's a combination of bad nutrition, bad health in terms of being able to exercise. And listen, you can't exercise and you live in a crappy environment, where there's polluted air or just a lot of the toxins in the water and stuff like that. That will act on your body along with natural environmental factors like stress and tend to make you hypoglycemic. But diabetes is a much bigger problem.
Yeah,
Well, here's the thing, man. I don't like smoking. I don't hate smokers. I used to be one. I just think it's deadly. But the guy made a good joke there. He pulled out a cigarette and I'm like, what? You give a shit about smoking? Diabetes kills 3 times as many people in this country as smoking. If I pull that Snickers bar, nobody would say shit. I believe in everyone's right to eat what they want to eat. But I'm also the kind of person that, because I led such an unhealthy lifestyle for so many years doing stupid shit and got myself out of it, I'm not going to call you on your shit if I don't know you. It's none of my business. But if you do ask me my opinion honestly, I'll tell you. Yeah, I think you live like shit, man, and I think you're unhealthy and happy because of it. I think you know you could live and do better.
I mean, I have
you're not
problems with
yourself.
my son. I can't get him to eat a good diet no matter what I do.
I think you've had an excuse for yourself for too long. Because I know that's what I had. I allowed myself to live unhealthy.
Yeah, no, it's like it's just that we all
know
in pain and we all want something to make us feel better. And sugar is very addictive. I'm still addicted to it.
It makes
the only way I can handle it is I have to give myself 100 carbs a day. And I have to count those carbs so I don't go out and eat a bunch of. I could eat 3 or 4 ice creams a day. You have no idea how bad it can be.
Like I said, as a kid, I was, Red Hots and Lemonheads and shit, and I stopped all that crap. I got healthy. And then, as a pothead, I'm an adult, I can do what I want, fuck it, you know what I mean? And now, in addition to, eating all these fucking sugary snacks, I'm chasing them with beer. Well, you know what? Fuck me up.
Basically, it's just unprocessed. Just eat unprocessed food. That's the point. Make your own food. It's actually not that hard. You know what I mean? Get your own fruit, your own veggies, your own fucking, meats if you eat meat, and fucking your own, and make it for yourself. Don't buy packaged things as much. And it's hard if you're working a lot. Now we can all cook. Now we can all take our time.
No, that's
the irony. If you're working a lot.
Here's the thing.
One
of the reasons that the groceries are getting so expensive is because people understand, again, we have supply and distribution chains.
Yeah.
And guess what, guys? 60 to 70% of those were for restaurants. Okay? That's how restaurants fucking stay in business. I got a supply chain. I get my shit coming. Okay?
Yeah, and they
all these
places,
out food. All these places are supposedly being supplied. They can't anymore. You know what I mean? So do try to eat out a little if you can to ease your grocery thing, and especially go to restaurants that you like that are healthy.
Here's the thing, though. There's a lot of information out there, Rebecca, and I'm a Rebecca too. Actually, I just don't go by it anymore, but I do go by it sometimes. Anyway, there's a lot of disinformation out there. There's a lot of old information out there. I wouldn't go around saying that sugar was. It is basically one thing I will say. I saw a skull of a medieval person who died in Europe who never touched sugar in their life. But they still ate grains, and grains are actually on a bodily level the same as sugar, but their teeth were like pearls. This was a dead person. There was no enamel damage at all. 100 years later, when they'd had sugar in their diet, the whole jaws rotted out in some of these people. Okay, that it messes up your whole biology. If you get too much of it and it's too refined, and the problem is a lot of processed foods have that. That's all it is. Just eat raw foods. Make your own stuff from scratch. You know, just